Germany is moving away from fossil fuels, and while this is happening frustratingly slowly for some people, while for others the whole idea is pointless and misguided, it is happening. And the fact that as a result 5 villages have been saved from destruction is definitely a good thing, not least for the residents of those villages. But this is Germany in the early 21st century, so there is a downside. It's caused the city of Erkelenz a bit of a bureaucratic headache. The municipality encompasses the city itself and several surrounding villages, but an open-cast coal mine has been steadily eating away at its eastern edge, and in the process has already swallowed up some of the villages. And next on the list were these villages, whose residents were to be moved to new villages away from the mine. And I can imagine they must have had mixed feelings about this. On the one hand, they were being forced to leave their homes, but on the other, they were getting brand new homes built to modern standards, so at least they'd be saving on their heating bills. Since 2016, 5 new villages have been under construction just outside of Erkelenz itself, and given the names of the villages that they were due to replace, which seemed like the logical thing to do. As long as both sets of villages continued to exist, the new ones were identified on road signs and maps with the addition of the German word for new. The idea was that once the resettlement program was complete and the old villages could be demolished, the new villages could just drop the temporary suffix. Simple. Except, of course, that now the old villages aren't going to be demolished after all. Well, we are in the middle of a housing crisis, so having a few unexpected extra homes lying around is no bad thing, but it does leave the municipality with a problem. Because now there are 5 duplicated village names, which is a little inconvenient and very confusing. And this is something that the city wants to fix. Of course, the easy solution would be for the council to simply add Neu to the official names of the new villages and Alt to the names of the old villages. So instead of 2 villages called Keienberg, there would simply be a Neu Keienberg and an Alt Keienberg. But Erkelenz has chosen instead to take a more democratic approach and ask affected residents what they think. How nice of the city council, but also what a lot of work. First, residents of the old and new villages were sent forms that they could fill in and send off with suggestions for new names. That part of the process is now complete, but we're not going to know what names have been suggested until the 29th of April. That's the date of a meeting of a special working group which will present what it considers to be the 3 best ideas from each of the 10 villages. Residents will be invited to actively participate in a discussion with the aim of making a recommendation to the council. The meeting will have to discuss which of the villages should be renamed and what they should be renamed to. It's also going to have to discuss whether or not the villages of Oberwestrich and Unterwestrich should be combined into one village, because there's no point in making this too easy. The working group will then report back to the relevant committee, and the council will vote on its proposals on the 14th of May. And then, assuming that there are no unexpected surprises, the new names will become official on the 1st of July next year. And with that, Germany is one step closer to carbon neutrality. Or would be if it didn't have to chop down half a rainforest because of all the paperwork it's caused. For the council to excuse me. Of course, oh God. I'll get there.